test 2. Do you like these things to do on holiday? Snowboarding. Candidate 1. I think snowboarding is a fun and relaxing activity that you can do with your friends and families, especially on weekends and holidays. I have no trouble holding my balance, and I love the that thrilling feeling that you get whenever you're doing something cunning, like bungee jumping, skydiving, roller coasters. It makes me feel really relaxed. It makes me feel really excited too. I feel like it's the perfect sport or activity for me and my family. I feel really at ease when I do it with my friends. It's just really relaxing when you do with someone that you can relate to and someone that is also a little bit close to you. It's your turn. Candidate 2. I think of snowboarding as an overwhelming sport. I don't like doing sports. I think it's a little bit too hard for me. My body is not made for sports, and I feel a little bit overwhelming while doing it because I fear that I might fall, I might slip, I might bump into someone. And I just don't feel comfortable doing that, especially with the thrilling feeling I have. I don't like having it. I don't feel comfortable feeling it. It's just not the activity for me. And I just don't want to do it on holiday. I prefer an activity that is a lot more relaxing and not as thrilling. Picture 2. Going to dinner. Candidate 1. I think of going to dinner as a pretty plain activity for a holiday. A weekend might be fine, but a holiday and the only thing you do is go to a dinner, that's too plain for me. I want something as thrilling, that requires skill, that is fun, like traveling at least, going to amusement parks, going to old sites of castles where you can explore, or you can enjoy their culture if you go to another country. You can go on all the rides at the amusement parks if you want. Or just do some sports that you love, like snowboarding, ice skating, hockey, whatever that's related to cold for me. Candidate 2. I think of going to dinner is the perfect activity for weekends and holidays. I'm a very calm person. I don't like noisy places. I don't like thrilling experiences. And traveling, amusement parks, exploring old sites, it's just not for me. I prefer something a little bit more easier, a little activity that is more focusing on relaxing and making you feel at ease. Picture 3. Going on a vacation on the beach. I think of going on the vacation on the beach as a super fun activity, especially when I really, really love traveling, especially to going to cold countries. I maybe like a little bit of, going to tropical countries, but my type is a little more cold. I love the cold weather. I love exploring other countries' culture. I love trying new foods. I love going to beaches. I love going to landscapes. I just really like learning about their culture. And that's just a thing for me. Or I could go to an amusement park there. I love traveling, especially that thrilling feeling that amusement park gives me. So, my opinion about traveling to tropical or cold countries is positive. Candidate 2. I think of traveling to a tropical country or a cold country, but that not as tropical, is an activity that's not for me. I have concerns to when going other countries, and I only go to other countries if I did enough research, I have family living there, and I have enough resources for me to live in my normal routine comfortably. Like countries that are that are a little bit more civilized, is in Europe or in the Americas where I'm living, and I just don't prefer other tropical countries. First of all, I don't know their culture. I don't know to the language or how to communicate with them. Second of all, I don't know about their currency a lot, especially about other countries' currencies like the Indian rupee, the Japanese yen. It's just not for me. Second of all, I don't know what I'm eating. I know it's cultural food and everybody wants to try it, but I need to be very cautious about what I eat. I fear that I will get food poisoning when I eat something that is not familiar to me. Second of all, I fear that I'm gonna get lost there with no family members to teach me to do things there, or about the culture shock that I always have when I am traveling. Sometimes in a place that I haven't done any research, I don't have anybody that lives there or showed me. And if I want to go, I would prefer to go on a tour which they have a tour guide, and they just helps me to familiar to be a little more familiar with the culture and have my mind at ease when I'm trying out different foods from this country. Picture 2. Amusement park. I think of an amusement park as a really fun activity to do with your family on the weekends, but not really the holiday. I want a holiday that includes traveling, going to sightseeing, that at least stayed in a hotel when I'm in a holiday. For weekends, I prefer dinners and amusement parks. So, it's not my go-to activity when I'm on holiday. Candidate 2. I think of going to an amusement park is a little bit challenging for me, but if I go with my friends or family, or I did enough research, I think I would manage to know my way around the amusement park. Especially if it's in my own country where I'm comfortable, that people will know that what I'm saying, unlike other foreign countries where I don't know the language and I can't ask for directions. So, if it's in my own country, I did research and I have family or friends taking me there who lives in the region. If it's in another country, I'm comfortable with going there. Last picture. Sightseeing. Canada. What? I think of sightseeing as a relaxing activity to do with your family and friends on weekends, but I don't feel like doing that on a holiday because it's kind of short. I need a long holiday, like going traveling somewhere. Not really of a sightseeing person. Because sightseeing is just when you walk around old castles and land ancient ruins. You just walk around it. There's nothing really interesting to see except for rooms if you're going into a castle. So I don't think it's the perfect or go-to experience for me if I'm looking forward to a holiday. Candidate 2. I think going sightseeing is the one of the perfect activities to do when you're on holiday, especially if it's in my country or in my region. I can communicate with people at ease, knowing that I know the language there, and not like other foreign countries where I don't know the foreign language, and maybe if I get lost, I don't know what to do. Or if I have family living in the region, I can just ask them to take me on a tour. Or if I don't have family living on the region, but I still want to go, I would prefer to do a lot of research and go on a tour or book a tour on a reliable app that I can use. And speaking too.